It's a Married with Channels podcast. A podcast where a married couple talks about TV shows, sometimes movies. We have a new feature that we'll get to a little bit later on.
Yeah.
What's it called? What the children are watching? What the kids are watching?
What the kids are watching.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. But my name's Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We're married and we watch TV shows and we talk about it on this podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us some good reviews. Spread the word.
Share. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Share your friends.
Oh, sure.
Tell your shares.
Oh, my.
We start this week with another episode of Mare of Easttown with Kate Winslet. I always want to say Winslet.
Winslet.
Is it Winslet?
That's how I say it. Kate Winslet.
I want to say Winslet, but I always...
Kate Winslet.
I'm conflicted with that. It's like data or data.
Yeah.
Like,
Creek or crick?
Yeah. But anyway, she, she got her badge taken away, her gun, because she planted the drugs on her son's bitch ex.
Yeah.
Boy, that flashback from this week.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was rough, right? That
was
brutal.
Rough. They were. I mean, her son and her son's girlfriend, the now mother of Mayor's grandson, just like locked her in her room and started stealing from her purse to go pay for drugs.
Yeah, he was enraged because she lied and said she didn't have any money not to feed his habit,
Yeah.
And he locked her in her room and they started going through her purse.
Yeah, and the girlfriend called her an effing bitch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he screamed that he hated her.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and most powerful in that is Mayor cowering.
Yeah.
In the toilet crying.
Yeah.
Behind the toilet.
Yeah.
She was like so fearful, like somebody who's like such a bullheaded, stubborn
Kinda
person.
Tough girl. Yeah.
She was just so splayed wide open.
Yeah.
Which was nice. I like to see that.
It was different. It was a different, like, oh.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm liking the show.
yeah.
However, I feel like they're trying to do too much.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like there's too many subplots going on
Yeah.
between Mayor's daughter and her, breakup with her girlfriend and the new girlfriend. You've got the partner, Evan Peters' character. Zabel.
Is it Zabel or Zabel?
Zabel?
I'm not sure.
He's like romantically interested in Mayor.
I know, that was weird and I hated that. And it has like the worst line ever. Where he's like, she's like, are you asking me out? And he's like, I'm only asking you if the answer is yes. It's like, oh my God, that's so like, just like you can't handle a no, and it's just so cheesy.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I mean,
that alone should dissuade her from going out with him.
Yeah. It's like, ugh.
But you got
gross.
that subplot.
Grow some, some just ask a girl out on a date. Okay.
Grow some cojones.
Yeah.
You got that subplot. You got her dating the writer guy.
Yeah.
There was, you have the priest who maybe is involved. Maybe he was the guy who killed the girl.
Yeah.
You have now the main plot moving along, but it's just
there's the ex-husband.
Which we've taken a break from for a week.
A little bit, yeah.
It's just a little bit too much. And I appreciate them trying to do a lot.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know.
It's a lot to cover.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Some of it I don't think is working.
I feel like it will all kind of come together though,
Yeah.
And there, there's a lot of dynamics there for sure.
I think a lot of it has to do with, it's just the Zabel. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. You mean his romantic interest in Mare? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, give him some other kind of plot, some other kind of subplot or something, where, maybe he's got a junkie sister he's trying to take, just something. I don't buy it.
I feel like the one part that makes it kind of believable is that maybe they're kind of kindred spirits. They both kind of are all in on these cases that are, difficult. And he probably feels like, oh, she gets me. She understands my madness and my process here and solving these crimes,
Maybe.
I don't know. That's kind of the only thread I could really pull there. Otherwise, I just think it's cheesy, and you're right, kind of unnecessary.
Kind of unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my voice is getting a little tired.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just too much going on, and I don't know if I care about the daughter and her breakup. Shaban.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Shaban,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd buy that care.
Yeah. Maybe it's somehow has to do with it,
Maybe.
Who knows?
But spoiler alert, interesting ending to that episode. What is it called? The Prince of Cepheus?
Poor... I don't know how you say
poor
that.
Sisyphus.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
Yeah. The ending of that, interesting. So we find out some information, and I don't know if I want to spoil anything.
Yeah, let's not. Let's try and talk about it without that.
Yeah, but some things are not quite what you suspected.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
I still like it. I still like the show. Did you see SNL had a parody on it?
No.
It was all like,
Are you kidding? I'm not awake long enough for that.
It was all the, well, you don't have to be awake. Like, the clips get shared all over the place.
I know. I just don't have a lot of free time these days to watch things myself. So
I watched a little bit on the Crapper, and they had
nice.
It had a whole bunch of like, Woodard and, the cops are eating Wawa subs over the dead body. And
since,
not the most original, but it was well done.
Sure. Since you are not a fan of nepotism, did you pick up on it in this show yet? Do you know who it is that I'm referring to?
Nepotism? No.
Yeah.
Is it Kate Winslet's kid?
No.
Or?
Nope.
All right, what is it?
So, the character that plays Kevin's girlfriend, Drew's mom, the character's name is Carrie.
Hold on. Who's who? What?
So, Mare's son, who committed suicide, his name is Kevin.
Yeah.
Drew's mom's name is Carrie.
Drew's mom is Carrie, the junkie.
The grandson, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, she's recovered now. She's a recovered addict.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
her character's name is Carrie.
Okay.
Do you know who she is played by?
No, who?
It is Kevin Bacon's daughter.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. Now, do you see the resemblance?
She looked familiar.
Yeah, right?
She looked familiar, but I did not see any
Yeah, scroll down. Her name is Sosie Bacon.
Oh, of course it's Sosie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's not very many pictures there, but yeah, that is Kevin Bacon's father or daughter.
She looks nothing like Kevin Bacon nor Kira Sedgwick.
I don't know. I think she looks like her dad. Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe you didn't find that there.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's funny. Like, I was close to, last time we were watching it, like looking up IMDb. I'm like, because she looked familiar. I thought I'd seen her in something.
Sure.
But I didn't look it up. And I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Nepotism. I don't know. So any other thoughts on Mare of Easttown, the episode?
I love it.
For poor Sisyphus.
Yeah, I love it. I will stick it out and see where it goes here. And I like that it's kind of like this path of solving this crime could go in any of these directions, And
there's, I think a thing about a draw on this show is there's something about like a crime drama set in a small town. I think it's kind of, it adds to the underdoggedness of the protagonist, where they don't have the resources that your NYPDs or Los Angeles has. And it's almost like all they have is their wits, intelligence, and curiosity.
That and a tight-knit community that doesn't like to do a lot of talking about each other.
Right.
Well, I mean, they talk about each other, but they're not going to snitch on each other.
Yeah, and I think that adds something too. excuse me, add something too,
Yeah.
where I think, you're just kind of, you have that speed bump that you got to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
where, somebody could like snitch, or
Yeah.
you talk to Bob and you leave and Bob calls Mary and Mary spills the beans.
Well, even the Katie's mom character, she's battling cancer. She has something happen to her in this episode, and she doesn't report it, and she covers it up even for this person, and it's definitely illegal and a crime. So, and one that's kind of like, come on, that's low,
Like, how do you not report that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I know there's a personal connection there.
Yeah, but that's probably that kind of small town, like,
But
I know that maybe the sister has a lot going on, so I'm just not going to make this life works for her, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you at least got to go visit that piece of shit the next day and give him your not only 2 cents, but $4.02.
I don't know. The problem is he probably won't remember. He's an addict as well.
He's the junkie.
Yeah. So,
anyway.
Yeah,
does this show like a subtle, not so subtle statement about, about the opioid crisis?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty prevalent, and, it's a problem that affects a lot of people, and a lot of people have someone that is affected by addiction. So,
sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. So, Mare of Easttown, any other thoughts?
No, that's all I had about that one.
Let's move on to Jupiter's Legacy.
All right.
Where there is a cooking scene in there.
Yeah, like quite a lengthy one, a superhero cooking.
I know. Like 40 minutes of it.
Speaking of...
I'm just kidding.
You know what I really want?
What?
Well, my birthday's coming, so maybe this is a good idea. But I really want to get an air fryer.
Yeah, I know you kind of come around to that.
I don't know why. I mean, it's healthier, right, to fry foods in it?
I've been kind of preaching it for a little while now. Yeah, they say it's just like frying in oil, but it's way less bad for you.
Yeah. So I really kind of want to try an air fryer. And I've been watching them for a while. And I found one on Honey for the deal of the day. That is 33% off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe for your birthday, you'll be getting an air fryer.
Sweet.
Maybe birthday clause will bring
I want
an
some
air fryer.
crunchy fries, okay?
I know, right?
I want my popcorn shrimp.
We are due for some crunchy fries. They always come out kind of soggy.
I know, and I bake them, and, I flip them, and I try to bake them longer. I'm tired of soggy fries.
So did you pull the trigger on that? Or you're just kind of, you're just throwing a hint at me for your birthday?
Yeah, like my birthday is next week, so, maybe.
Maybe I will go to one of the 30,000 stores online.
Yeah.
And find that air fryer for you.
Yeah.
And plop that honey in. We all shop online. The promo code is sitting there looking at us going, come to me. Fill me with some code so you can save money. And maybe I could find one and get Jody the air fryer nice and cheap. It's a free shopping tool. It's a plugin that works in your browser. Imagine you're shopping one of your favorite sites. You check out. The honey button drops down. It's like, boom, we got some coupons. You hit apply coupons for that air fryer. And it finds a working coupon. Prices drop.
Oh my God, we can have so many yummy appetizers.
17 million members, over $2 billion in savings with the Honey plugin. Get to joinhoney.com/married and get it now. It's free and it installs in a few seconds. Save a bunch of money and you help us out. That's joinhoney.com/married.
Yeah, help us out. Help support this podcast.
Help a brother out.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe the Utopia guy, the superhero, maybe he used Honey to get some of that cooking gear.
I don't know. I want a superhero to cook in my kitchen. That's pretty cool.
And it sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Totally.
Not only can he fly 1 million miles a second, but he can make a mean chicken tetrazzini.
Yeah.
Jupiter's Legacy, of course, not just about the cooking scene.
No.
I wonder if that, like, every episode would involve, like, a family dinner.
I don't know.
So this show...
It was in this episode.
This show's on Netflix. Just launched this week, this past Friday. superheroes. They're older. There's a newer generation, and it's not good.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
it just sits there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. Apparently, it's based on the Mark Millar comic book series.
Okay.
Apparently, Netflix bought Mark Millar's all his crap for a big whopping ton of money.
That means nothing to me because I have no clue about comics.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't know anything about this either until the show.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
but that's what I read. And
Okay.
Jupiter's Legacy, you know, it's like they're trying to do The Boys,
Yeah.
but not as gritty.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do yet. I liked it, but I probably won't if it I don't know. It just doesn't move. Just doesn't there's no story kind of evolving here other than like the kid's not living up to the parents' expectations. Okay? That's what I got from that episode.
We should point out we've only watched the first episode.
True.
But even after the first episode, there's no real hook there for me.
Yeah.
The ending of the first episode was interesting.
Yeah.
But not so interesting where I'm like, ooh.
Sure.
I mean, I kind of want to see what happens with that, but I don't know. The characters don't seem all that really different or nuanced to me, and also the makeup is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like the old makeup.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because not just about the makeup, but like Josh Duhamel
Yeah.
is one of those guys I root for. Like I
Right.
think he's really talented.
Yeah.
He's kind of in the Ryan Reynolds vein where he's like he could play the hunky hero,
Yeah.
but he's also a funny guy. He's got the comedy chops.
Sure.
And he's a
That's-
decent actor, but he just never seems to find anything that like blows him up.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, this is a lead character role. It's funny because I was thinking the same thing about Leslie Bibb, who plays his wife.
oh,
Like, I like her. She's one of those people that you see in stuff, and you know, she's got some comedic timing as well in some of those other roles, and you know, I'm kind of rooting for her. Like, all right, she's got a lead finally. She's been in a lot of stuff as just kind of like a side character, like a girlfriend of someone, you know?
sure. I've never got that from her. I've
Yeah.
always thought she was pretty plain. And
Really?
She always looked like she was like smelling something awful. She has that face that's
That
like,
puckered up face.
yeah, like there's a turd under her nose.
Oh,
and it's like,
you're funny.
"Mm."
That's funny. No,
She's fine.
I liked her in the League. You know, I thought her brief little bit in Iron Man and Iron Man 2 was kind of good, and
Mm.
I loved her in Talladega Nights.
Who was she in Talladega
The
Nights?
wife.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I have to watch that again.
Yeah. Carly.
Carly.
Yeah. What's Carly Bobby?
Yeah, but Jupiter's Legacy, I don't know what to think of it. It just,
Yeah.
it seems like one of those ideas that's probably really good in the comic,
Sure.
but it's just not working
Doesn't quite
on
work?
the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
And maybe it's just exhaustion from superhero stuff.
Maybe we've been watching a lot of that. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah, and you know, you have to kind of fill some of your brain space with
Hmm.
all these superheroes. You know, like we've been watching Avengers.
Yeah.
I occasionally been watching the Snyder cut of Justice League.
Okay.
There's the X-Men. You know, I just don't know if I have room in the boys. I don't know if I just have room in the superhero part of my brain where I need to put some more superheroes in there.
Sure. It's a lot of characters and backstories and development, and
And it's like if I'm going to make room, it
yeah.
better damn well be
Good.
super interesting
Sure.
and different. And I don't know if this is that.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch it again? You gonna stick it out or no?
It's one of those shows if nothing else is on,
Okay.
okay, put it on.
All right.
But it's not like Mare of Easttown where like, I want to watch Mare of Easttown.
Sure.
Like, is it
Okay.
9:00 yet? Because I want to watch it.
Okay. I'll give
So.
you that.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Eh.
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 Yeah, even like the supervillain Black Star wasn't that scary, or like not scary because it doesn't need to be a horror film, but I don't know, it just the first time you see him is like on a news channel, a fake news channel screen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Well,
I don't
then
know.
when they're fighting him,
Yeah.
it's like, is he supposed to be Darkseid from the DC comics?
I don't know.
Darkseid kind of looks like that.
Okay.
You know? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Just okay.
I want to root for it because, again, I want Josh Duhamel to have something
Sure.
like really blows up. Yeah, and
Leslie
it's not
Bibb.
like and it's not like he's working at a convenience store in between roles. I mean, he was in a couple Transformers movies. He's doing fine,
Sure.
but it just seems like he's one of those guys that needs to have that big thing.
Sure.
And I don't think this is it.
I don't know if it is either.
Moving on to our new segment.
Oh, sure.
You have anything else on Jupiter's Legacy?
Nah. That's
Okay.
about it.
The new segment is called What the Kids Are Watching.
Yeah. Yeah, we're parents, so, sometimes finding things that are appropriate for our child is sometimes hard. There's a lot of movies that she could be watching, but, we're kind of...
We're old school.
We're kind of making sure that stuff is kid appropriate, age appropriate. So our oldest is 9. And would it be fair to say that a somewhat sheltered 9?
I don't know if sheltered's right. I think we don't want to expose her to anything too scary because,
Yeah.
obviously we don't want any sex scenes.
Yeah.
But, nothing too scary because she's shown, I forget what it was we watched, and she had nightmares about it. And it wasn't even something that was really scary.
It wasn't. And then one time she thought she was going to be brave and get the scariest stories to tell in the dark from the library. Oh,
Yeah.
That was a big mistake. That was like a week's worth of not sleeping and checking her closet for monsters. I mean, so we have to kind of be selective there.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, like, every kid is different.
Yeah.
Every kid has got different levels of what they can put up with and what they can't.
For sure.
And she's shown us that she's not quite ready for some of this stuff. Like the first Captain America.
Yeah.
We haven't watched that. I think we're probably leaning towards letting her watch it
I
just
think
because of
so.
the Red Skull is kind of a scary looking dude.
The Red Skull is a scary looking dude for me. Like, I was looking at Google images of him and I was like, ew, that's scary.
But so we're kind of, we're mindful of that. We don't let our kid just watch whatever the hell she wants, like some parents do, and that's their choice. But so we started and finished that movie on Netflix, Mitchells versus Machines.
Yeah.
The Mitchells versus the Machines.
The Mitchells versus the Machines. That's a mouthful. Yeah.
You got Danny McBride in there. You got the great Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
Abby, what's her name from Broad City? Apparently, you said
Yes.
plays the daughter, and the one gal from The Crown who plays Queen Elizabeth in the later years. I can't think of her name.
Her
I
last
know
name
her
is
face.
Coleman.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up. The Mitchells.
But
Abby Jacobson
yeah,
and Olivia Coleman.
and this is from the same guy's production team that did the Lego Movie, and you can tell because it has that kind of not hectic, but that different type of vibe.
Yes.
And this movie is so good.
Yeah.
On so many levels. It has a lot of good humor.
Yes.
There's a lot of like poignant stuff in here. Like this is a movie about father and daughters.
Definitely.
And
did it get you in the feels?
a little bit.
Yeah.
It made me think about me and Evie's relationship a little bit because I see a lot of her and I in the main characters.
Yeah.
Rick?
Sure.
Rick and Katie?
Yes.
The father and the daughter. And, there's moments where the lead guy kind of realizes maybe he hasn't been the best father.
Aw.
Yeah. And here's a clip from where he watches one of her YouTube videos with the guy who essentially created all this mess where the robots took over.
Good cop, dog cop.
Hey there. How'd you get that video?
Huh? I've been feeling kind of down lately, considering I brought about the inhumanity. But these weird girls' videos always cheer me up.
My daughter's that weird girl.
What? No way. She's hilarious. These movies are like amazing.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that's where he starts to realize, like, her little stupid movies are actually something important,
Oh,
and it means something to her. And she is actually really good at what she does.
oh, I love that.
Yeah. They have their issues. They don't get along sometimes. And I'm not saying Evie and I are like that, but, there's some times where her and I butt heads.
Sure.
And so, yeah, it was relatable in that regard. But even if you don't have a daughter, I think this is a movie you can enjoy because they had those cool little cut scenes where it's like it's even a different animation. Like, the movie's like CGI animation, but then the cut scene, it cuts to like a quick still of some, almost a flashy hand-drawn thing with some cool sound effects. And it just kind of breaks it up a little bit.
Sure.
It adds a little different spice.
Sure. Yeah.
It's one of those, like, you're eating the soup, you're like, what is that? That's good, but I don't know. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I like the tech kind of took over the world aspect, We got a lot of that going on with virtual students and virtual working and
Yeah, they had a good way of like really talking about a lot of things without A, being too preachy, and B, getting too lost in the weeds on one or the other subjects. Like
Sure.
we mentioned the father-daughter, there's the family dynamic, there's the tech stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the story is that, the daughter's going off to college. There's kind of some independence and moving on stages for parents and children,
Yeah. But it was a very kind of warm, funny, fresh movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
It was
I liked
cute.
it a lot.
It was funny. I liked it. Kept me interested the whole time.
Yeah, very much. I mean, a lot of good acting,
Yes.
good writing. The pace was great.
Yeah.
There was it ended satisfactorily,
Yes.
and it's just a good movie.
Yep.
You should definitely check out Mitchell's versus Machines. That's what the kids are watching, and the parents
Yeah.
in this case.
Yes.
If you want to get into another one, she's watching the new Carmen Sandiego show
She is.
as
And
we speak.
yeah. Are we going to talk about that too?
No,
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
maybe next time.
All right.
But I think that'll do it.
Yep.
Check out Mare of Easttown if you haven't already. If you're into a good kind of crime show with some personality,
Yep.
Jupiter's Legacy. You got nothing else to watch? Okay.
Sure.
And the Mitchells versus the Machines on Netflix. Definitely go check it out.
Yep.
That's going to do it for us. This is the Married with Channels podcast. We'll be back next week with some more look at some TVs and some movies. And make sure you subscribe. We're on Twitter at MarriedWChans with 2 N's. And subscribe.
Yep. Share. Tell your
Share.
friends.
Give us a review. Thank you, Kathy, for the review. And we'll see you next time. I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
Later.